Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed last Let's Play episode where I built this peony and lilac garden you see behind me, as well as a creeper face pixel art on top of the gunpowder farm. It was a ton of fun to make. For today's episode I have finally updated to the 1.21.5 Spring to Life update. So I figured we would do some exploring and have a look at all the features the new update has to offer. Before we go anywhere, the first thing I want to show you guys is the falling leaf particle effect of the leaf blocks. Now this is obviously not new, the cherry leaf blocks and the pale oak leaf blocks have had this for quite some time, but they've now updated it so that all leaf blocks have this falling particle effect. And I'm really happy about that. I really love the whole vibe that it gives, and it just kind of adds an extra element to areas with a large amount of foliage and trees. So I'm really happy that they've added this for all tree types. But anyways, let's go load up some new chunks and see what we can find. I've made my way back to spawn because I know that I have a desert and mesa biome out in this direction that I never fully explored. So hopefully we can load up some new chunks in those biomes and check out some new features. Okay, I have some new chunks of the desert coming into view now. And I can already see a feature of the Spring to Life update. So let's go take a closer look. Okay, so this here is called the dry grass. Oh, I might need a pair of shears to grab this. So this is obviously exactly the same as regular grass that you get in plains biomes, except it's a dry variation for the mesa and the desert. One thing I find interesting is that you can collect both the tall and short variation, where with regular grass you can only collect one type. You cannot collect the tall grass. Over here we have a new flower type. This is called the cactus flower and it spawns naturally on top of cactus in the desert. You can't bone meal this flower and you can't bone meal a cactus to enable the flower to grow. It will only spawn naturally on top of the cactus. You can turn it into pink dye and you can also place the flower on pretty much any block you can place a normal flower. But I really love these flowers a lot. They actually remind me of amethyst buds, just pink instead of purple. Another new feature in the desert I'll have to turn my music down for, but that is new ambient sounds. Ooh, that's really cool. The wind whooshing and the grass rustling in the breeze. I really love that they're starting to introduce ambient sounds that are biome specific, because it's going to be really useful as a builder to convey a certain feel of a build inside a certain biome, and I really hope they continue this idea of ambient sounds throughout every biome in the game. Something worth mentioning in this new update involves these guys over here, the camel. So these guys can now spawn inside desert biomes. They are not tied to villages specifically, so they're going to be a lot easier to find, which I find really cool. I might even take this guy back to my base at some point because I haven't got any camels back there yet, and it's definitely something that I want to do. I see a village over here. I might make my way over to that to show you guys a change with one of the villages. To show you this change, I need to turn one of these guys into a cartographer. Do you want to be a cartographer, sir? No. Okay. Let's try that again. Do you want to be a cartographer, sir? Okay, we've finally got a cartographer. Now, if I click into him, his base trades will be exactly the same as usual. So let me get some emeralds out, I'll trade him up to the next level, and we'll be able to see the changes that they've made. I'll just trade up for some maps at the moment. Alright, I'll give him a second to upgrade. Click back in and you'll see a Savannah Village map. So in addition to the Woodland Explorer maps, Ocean Explorer maps and Trial Chamber maps, cartographers now sell biome-specific maps, which is going to be incredibly useful early game when hunting for specific materials like saplings and plants and different things like that. I think this is a really positive change to make in villager trading. It's just going to enable people early game to find resources a lot more easily. I've just been collecting up some cactus flowers, but I found a small river biome, so I want to show you guys a couple more plants that they've added. Down here we have something that half resembles grass and half resembles a fern, and this is called the bush. Now, I know that this is not exactly the most exciting plant they could have added, but it's going to enable us to have a little bit more variation in our grass around our villages and builds, so I'm pretty happy with it, even though it's not as exciting as a new flower. But this next one I want to show you is much more exciting. This plant you see here is called the firefly bush. And we'll have to wait to night time to show you why it's so exciting, but I'm really excited for this one. If I plant it back down again, you'll notice these glowing particles in the plant. Now these will make a lot more sense when it turns to night time. Okay, the sun is setting now, and I've managed to grab 7 of these firefly bushes. So let's plant them back down and you'll see why I'm so excited about them. Look at that. So these glowing particles inside the bush are actually fireflies that come out at night. And I just think that looks so cool. That just adds a whole new element to the atmosphere and vibe of a place. Like, I look at this and I already have so many ideas for future builds. That just looks awesome. And if you listen closely, they have ambient sounds as well. For me, this is one of the most exciting things to come out of this update, and I cannot wait to implement these bushes in some of my own builds. Okay, now I want to head over to this savanna biome so I can show you guys some new mobs. Oh, hello. Let's go take a closer look. And immediately as I land, we find one. This is the warm chicken variant. So this is a new mob, a chicken variation that spawns inside the warm biomes like the savanna. I love the way these guys look. Look at their feathers on their back. Something else worth mentioning is the changes they've made to sheep spawns. Now, we don't have any new sheep variations, but they've made changes to the colours of sheep that spawn in certain biomes. So in warm biomes, the common sheep colour is now brown. In temperate biomes, it's still the standard white, and in cold biomes, the common colour is now black. So you'll see a lot more of those colours in these biomes. Let's get a few of these guys on leads, because I'll definitely be taking them home. Ooh, a new chicken egg. So as well as the new chicken variations, we also have variations to the eggs that they lay. So the warm variation of chicken now lays the brown egg. Now they operate the same as a standard egg, in the way of when you throw them, there's a chance that a chicken will hatch from it. But with the brown eggs, it will be the warm variation. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'll just hop on up here real quick and we'll see the next mob that I wanted to show you guys, which is the warm cow variation, and here he is. Oh, they look so cool. I love their colour and I love the horns. I'm going to get these guys on leads right away before they go too far. Alright, I'm just going to pop you guys right here with the chickens. Really love the new warm cows. I think they look really nice. Alright, now we have one more mob left to find. I've spotted one. Over here, we have the warm pig variation. Let's go get a closer look. I think they're really cute, much lighter than the cows in colour. But I really love the detail that Minecraft have put into their bodies. I think they look really nice. Alright, we just need to find one more. And all the way down there, of course. Okay, I'll just pop you right here. And I now have 2 of each new warm mob variant to take home with me. I've just made a quick nether portal. I'll take note of the coordinates and I'll light it, but I won't go through because I'm going to use the nether roof to get them home. But before we do that, I have some more things to go looking for. Let's go explore. Just looking for a forest biome to start, and this one should do nicely. Let's go take a closer look. So what we have here is something called leaf litter, and it's obviously designed to look like leaves that have fallen from the trees. Much like the cherry petals, you can put 1, 2, 3 or 4 down on one block to be able to get variation when you decorate. I think the leaf litter pairs up really well with the falling leaf particle effect that is now on all the trees, because it just makes sense with the leaves falling from the trees and you have the dead leaves all over the ground. So I think that works really well together. Okay, now we're in search of a birch forest, and I've found one already. These right here are called wildflowers. They look very similar to the cherry petals and they operate in very much the same way. You can turn them into yellow dye, which I think is quite nice. So just like the leaf litter, you can have 1, 2, 3 or 4 on a block, just to create that variation. One thing I'm really loving out of this update is how they're making these changes biome specific. So you'll notice that we don't have any leaf litter in the birch forest, but we have the wildflowers. What they're doing is creating many more unique differences between the biomes, and therefore creating more reason to want to explore each individual biome and build in each biome, which is really good for the game. Just walking through a taiga biome because I'm in search of the new cold variants of the mobs. Haven't found any. Oh, and as I say that, there's the cow right there. So this is the cold variant of the cow, and it's designed to be modelled after the Highland cow, and I absolutely love this one. I love his woolly little coat and the way that his horns face forward instead of up. A lot of detail in these mobs, I really like that a lot. I'll tie this guy up here, and I've already spotted the new cold pig variant. Much lighter than the warm variant. Really cute, I like this one too. I'll only be able to take one because I'm almost out of leads. Okay, so now I just have to find the chicken. Well, I had to travel around 150 blocks, but I found him. Look at these guys, they're so cute. This actually might be my favourite of all the mob variants. I love how they have this slicked back little feathers on top of their heads. Come on, you're coming with me. He's just laid an egg that I wanted to show you guys. So this is the cold variant of egg. It's called the blue egg. So the same as the brown egg, it will hatch the cold variant of chicken. I really like how they've done this with the eggs. We have one thing here that is new to Java Edition players but not Bedrock, and that is the fallen trees. So you'll come across these logs on the ground that are obviously designed to look like trees that have fallen over, and the log type will depend on what biome you're in. Okay, and there we have it. All of the cold mob variants. Alright, so now I want to get home so I can get onto the nether roof and come and bring these guys home. So let's get onto that. Made it home safe and sound, but there is one thing I wanted to show you guys before I go and get my new mobs and bring them home, and that is changes to a crafting recipe. In this update, changes have been made to the way that we craft lodestones. We used to need a netherite ingot to craft a lodestone, where now we only need an iron ingot. This is really exciting for builders because lodestones are such a beautiful block, and up until now they've thought to be pretty much unachievable to use in building due to how expensive they were to craft. I, for one, am really excited to use these blocks in my builds because look how nice they are. I love them. Okay, let's get onto the nether roof. If I've done my math correctly, this should take me right back to the savannah where my warm mob variants are. Awesome. Let's get them home. Come on, squad. Alright, got them back to the overworld, but I have to figure out how to get them from here all the way over there to home. This should work nicely. Come on guys, we're nearly there. Don't fail me now. Okay, everyone made it in one piece. I'm just going to tether them there for now. Let's go get the cold ones. Okay, before I take them home, I just want to get one more of each type, now that I have more leads. Before we go, I just realised I have some bone and I've never tamed any wolf other than the original standard variant. So, this guy is going to be my first of the new variants. We'll have to name him later. Let's head on home, and we've got our new wolf with us too. Just got to get these guys out of the boats, we're nearly there, and oh my god, no! Oh, that is tragic. Well, RIP little buddy. It's not too bad because I still have one, and when you breed different variations together, there's a 50-50 chance of getting each variation, so I'll easily be able to get another. And home sweet home. And you can park it right there. I'll have to think of a name for him. Now that I have both the cold variant and warm variant, I want to get 2 of each of the standard temperate variant and also build a temporary pen setup here, just until I get around to building them something proper in the future. So I'll get onto that and be back in a bit. And there we have it, all penned up, safe and sound, right next to my home. I will eventually build them something proper, like a barn of some sort, somewhere that I can easily breed them, because I do love to use a lot of animals in my builds, whether it be in animal pens or just free roaming throughout my village to help breathe the life into the area. But this will definitely do for now. Alright, I just wanted to do a quick recap of everything we've just explored. So first up is the cactus flower from the deserts. Next we have the firefly bush, which is a personal favourite in rivers and swamps. After that we have the dry grass. This is from the deserts as well. Next we have the bush. You can find them in many of the grassy biomes. After that we have the leaf litter, found in forest biomes, and wildflowers, most commonly found in birch forests. We also have the warm variants and the cold variants of the cow, the pig, and the chicken. Plus many other changes like the changes to the cartographers, the sheep, the camel, and new ambient sounds. As usual, I think Mojang have really spoiled us with this update. I can't believe that after over 15 years, a game is still giving us multiple free updates a year with heaps of new content for us to explore and use. It's quite crazy when you think about it. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me to explore this new update, and I hope that I managed to teach you something about the new update if you haven't got around to exploring it for yourself yet. I have a lot of big plans for my hardcore world, so keep an eye out for future adventure and Let's Play episodes. Thank you all so much for your continued support, and until next time, bye for now.